Victor. I'm here with a new battle report, and this time we are going to play Warhammer 40,000 9th edition, 1,500 points battle report. So I'm going to play with my Adepta Sororitas versus the Thousand Sons. We are going to use the match play rules. Okay, so we are going to follow the rules from the chapter approved one tournament. But it's quite a pickup game, okay? So it's not really a competitive. We are not playing for a competitive, just that we like to follow these rules. So my army is going to be Adepta Sororitas, as I said, from the Valorous Heart. I will have a Canoness with a blade and Inferno pistol. It's going to be. She's also have the Warlord trait and the relics to make her very resilient with 2+ armor, 4+ invulnerable save, and then 5+ feel no pain. Okay, so she's the point here is I want to make really resilient to fight against in close combat. I also had the Celestine. I did not put the Germini, just the Celestine. So without the Germini, she will go next to the Canoness most likely, and then I have 4 units of 5 Sisters of Battle. These are going to be more units to control objective, cheap, and not too much mobility. But at the end, the idea is to control my half of the board and maybe go maximum to the middle board. We have 2 units, 1 unit with 2 Meltagans, 1 unit with these 2 Stone Bolters, another unit with 1 flame and a heavy flamer. They will go close to the Repentia most likely, try to get into very short range, and then a unit with multi-melt and Meltagun just to give some tactical some fire support. I will add the Magifair, and the Magifair with the configuration that I can ignore -2 AP when they are close by, and I use a common point to extend his aura to 9 inches. So I think it's very interesting with the Magifair combining with the Valorous Heart. I will at this time I will play with 5 Zephyrim. I really want to test them to see how they play, how they perform. Especially know that they have +1 strength with the power sword. I put 6 Repentia, and then my heavy support is going to be 3 Exorcists. So they will give really very strong firepower. Try to eliminate objectives from the distance. I think the Exorcist and all of them with the Exorcist missile system. Okay, the one that is the strongest one, the 3d3, sorry, 3d3 strength 8, AP -3, 1d6 damage. And then I wanted to test this time Ephrael and Kiganil. These are a unit that you can add to any Imperial army without losing the special abilities of your faction or your chapter or so on. Okay, we are going to play against Thousand Sons, and this is, I'm talking about memory, I don't have the list, but this is what he put on the table. So he played with 2 battalions and with 2 detachments, a battalion detachment and a patrol detachment, and the reason is he needs to put 4 HQs. Okay, he wanted to put 4 HQs. So the first detachment have Exalted Sorcerers, a Demon Prince, 2 units of 5 Robric Marines. Here I don't remember exactly. It says 5 Robric Marines goes on the patrol detachment and the other way around, and then the Robric Marines on the. But it's going to be something like that. Okay. 2 units of 10 cultists, a Dreadnought with the last cannon, double twin last cannon. It's really shooting anti-vehicle Dreadnought, and 5 Terminators. And then the patrol detachment, he put another Exalted Sorcerer, this one with Disc, Demon Prince, and then the 10 Robric Marines. And here is where I'm hesitating now, is the 10 Robric Marines were on the battalion detachment, and then he put 2 × 5 Robric Marines on the patrol, so I don't remember by heart. But it's going to be something like that, okay? So we're going to play Scorched Earth. You will see the configuration of the battle once I show you the deployment. And then as a secondary objective, I took Assassinate, Raise the Banners High, and Abhor the Witch. Abhor the Witch should be quite easy for me to score. Raise the Banners, as we have to do to control objective anyway, I think it's always interesting to have it. And then Assassinate will pile in on the Abor the Witch, because I wanted really you want to kill these Psychers and Demon Princes. So yeah, although Assassinate I will only score I can only score up to 12 points because there is only 4 characters on my opponent list. So my opponent is going to play Domination. Okay, raise the manners hack. So you can see there is two what's called this, two secondary objectives that are based on controlling objectives on the battlefield, and then the mental interrogation. I'm not surprised. Mental interrogation should be with so many psychers and so many psychic powers, so he can dedicate one to try to do the mental interrogation. Take that. Now let's go to the battlefield and let's make a look to the deployment and the different miniatures of these armies.
So here we have the deployment. Okay, we are going to play, as I said, Scorched Earth. It means that we have here the different objectives, 2 in each deployment zone, 2 in Land of Nobody, and then 2. One is not visible because it's under the guys from the Thousand Sons. So as secondary objective we have raise on the Sisters of Battle, raise the banner, assassinate and abhor the witch, and then on the Thousand Sons we have raise the banner, domination and mental interrogation, what makes it very interesting because it's quite also a little bit narrative. So here we have the deployment of the Sisters of Battle, the unit with the Melta, the multi-Melta and 1 Exorcist here next to this objective. We have the unit with 2 Meltas in the middle, 2 Exorcists here together in the range of the Magifer, a unit of Sisters there, and then here we have the Repentia with another unit with the Flamer unit, the Celestine and the Canoness. Okay, I keep in reserve the Sephirim and Ephrael that are here. Okay, and then from the Thousand Sons, he used 1 command point to deploy them as infiltrating. Okay, at the unit of 10, one of the units of 5 with the cultist, and one of the exalted sorcerer, the one on disc, is here in this position. In the middle we have 1 demon prince, and then we have there the dreadnought, demon prince, a unit of 5, and another unit of 10 cultists. So it's quite a symmetric deployment. Although this is more this is more heavy in terms of units in that side there. So we are going to start. We are going to roll to see who have the first turn. So I roll. I have a 4 and a 6. So Thousand Sons will choose, and we come back after the first turn. So we had the first turn of the Adepta Sororitas because the roll was not a 6, was a 1. So the school is a 1. So I just control my position, and I concentrate the shooting first on the dreadnought that is killed with the first shooting range, and then I also did a lot of focus fire on the unit of 10 Thousand Sons that he redeployed from here to the forest, but then I shot with all the exorcists. I killed them all except the sorcerer, and the sorcerer just ran away with the moral check. So we have finished now turn 1 for the sisters. I forgot here to raise the banner, so it's a mistake, but I raised 1 banner here, and also I raised another banner here. So we go now to the, of course I did not score, I score 1, well, I will score the points of the Psyker because I killed 1 Psyker, but yeah, that's all the scoring points I have for the moment, because the scores of killing units are counted at the end of the battle. So this is the end of the turn 1 for the Thousand Sons. So him advanced here with the Demon Prince, that is not anymore here, I will explain why. He also advanced here with his Lord, with his Psyker. And then here we have the other Demon Prince. Which was the Warlord? That one. So the Warlord is killed, was the one there. Okay, and then he is repositioned here. He just raised the banner with the cultist, and also the other cultist and the other one is repositioned there to raise the banner and control all these objectives. Okay, so what happened here? He advanced here with the Demon Prince. They did a lot of psychic powers against me, and most of them, in all the psychic phase, the only relevant thing is that he put 4 wounds on the Exorcist. all the other powers were not relevant or they have done nothing.
They failed.
They failed. They were denied, most of them, or they failed directly. The hero quite low. So this Demon Prince advanced here, charge, and killed the Repentia. So this was the good point from the Thousand Sons. But in this side, he wanted to charge the Exorcist. So I used one common point to do Overwatch, and in the shooting of the Overwatch, I killed the Demon Prince. I was lucky with the Exorcist shooting, and yeah, and I killed him. So now we go to the turn 2 of the Sisters of Battle. I have scored here 5 points because I killed a Psyker, and I also scored for Assassinate. So this is quite a good point on secondary. And now we go to the next turn and see what happens. But yeah, I see the shooting power of the Exorcist are really doing a lot of damage. So we are now at the end of the turn 2 for the Sisters of Battle. Have been quite a handful turn. So the shooting of this Exorcist have killed the boss. Then the shooting of the Canoness there with the Inferno Pistol together with this Exorcist, they kill the Demon Prince. And then this Exorcist just shoot to the Rubik Marines together with some other shooting, and I kill 2 of the Rubik Marines. I tried to assault here with the Celestine, but I failed. And then here, Kiganil and Ephrael arrive. I use the power of Ephrael. I kill the 5 Rubik Marines. I was very lucky on the roll. And now, yeah, they are here, so we are going to go. I failed to charge with distance 9. So we go now to the turn 2 for the Thousand Sons. So they have 2 cultists, 1 unit of Rubik Marines, 1 Exalted Sorcerer, and 5 Terminators in the warp. So this is the end of the turn 2 from the Thousand Sons. So what he did is, you see here a unit of Rubik Marines. They have been teleporting himself with the power, with the psychic power to this position. So they are putting a lot of pressure on this side of the board now, also deploying the Scarbats, the Terminators, occult Scarbats there. So they have done all the shooting on this Exorcist here, reducing him to 3 wounds remaining, so he's on the lowest profile possible. And then here they have shot everything on Kiganil, making 1 wound on Kiganil. That's all, mainly the shooting phase. He tried to charge on the Sisters of Battle, and he failed the 2 charges of 9. So we go now to the turn 3 for the Sisters of Battle. So we are here at the end of the turn 3. So I have deployed the Sephirim there in front, just in case I was not able to kill the Terminators. But just with the shooting of the first Exorcist, I kill all the Terminators, and then the other ones the other 3 Rubik Marines were killed with the rest of the shooting. Here I assault with Ephrael and Kiganil. I kill 8 of the 10 cultists, and they pass the moral test with a 1. And there Celestine killed the remaining Exalted Exorcist, and now she is in close combat with the cultist. So we will go now to the turn 3 for the Rubik Marines. They have scored again 10 points because they are still controlling 2 objectives. But at this moment, yeah, the board control is over the Sisters of Battle. Turn 3, now we are following just for fun. So they have killed here all the remaining cultists, and there the cultists managed to do 3 wounds on the Celestine. I give them the opportunity to attack first, just for fun. So now we go to the turn 4th of the Sisters of Battle. But yes, we are just playing now to see what happens there in the close combat, and that's all. Well, we just finalized here the battle. Okay, just at the end, Celestine killed the remaining cultist. And yeah, we just stop here at the end of the turn 4 with the full control of the Sisters of Battle. So now we can pass to the recount of battle points. I will do it later. But yeah, was quite... I think the Exorcists are the ones that have made the big damage. And being able to have the first turn, also killing the Dreadnought in the first turn, and killing 10 Rubik Marines just in the shooting, it was quite harmful. But then the characters did not have a good defense against the Exorcists, so the Exorcists were able to pinpoint the different characters and kill them.
So let's recap the points of the battle. As you can see, it was a victory of the Sisters of Battle. I have full control of the board at the end of the battle, killing all the enemies. But yeah, if we recap the points, I have scored the 45 points for primary objective, I have scored the 12 points for assassinate, 15 points at the end for raise the banners, because the last turns I was able to raise banners on 5 objectives. And then I did the 15 points of Abor the Witch, as I kill a lot of psychers. My opponent have scored, if I'm not wrong, 25 points on primary objective. Okay, he scored 10, 10, and 5. 3 points on domination. He had more objectives than me, just one turn. He had scored 6 points on raise the banners high, and then 3 points on mental interrogation. He was quite unlucky in the first round. He failed. Well, I stopped the mental interrogation. On the second round, he did the mental interrogation, and then on the third round, he did not have any more psychers to be able to do it. So this is the final result, and yeah, I have to say I was quite surprised that I was able to win like that to the 1,000 zones. I was expecting a match, but I have to say I was very, very, very lucky in some rolls. My exorcists were on fire for the first 2 rounds, killing much faster than even they should do. So this really unbalanced the game very early, and then yeah, it was difficult for my opponent to recover from the damage I did on first and second turn. So yeah, that's all for now. So I hope you have enjoyed this battle report. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, and see you again later. Bye.